What's up everyone, my name's Al from Games Rehab, and today we're going to take a look at one of my favourites. Now, obviously you know full well, and in fact I've reviewed Metal Slug so far on the Dreamcast, the Sega Dreamcast, but now we're going to review it on... That's right, the Game Boy Advance, and let me tell you, this is not a pile of shit. Now, most people probably would think, oh shit, it's on the Game Boy Advance, it's not going to look very good, it's not going to play very good. Well, let me tell you something, this game is amazing, and you're about to see it. Let's fucking get on with the review. So here we go, this is Metal Slug Advance, released in 2004. In fact, it came out in the UK before anywhere else, which, to be honest, is slightly shocking. But this is Metal Slug Advance, and this only came out, funny enough, on the Game Boy Advance. The great thing about it is, in fact, this is a totally original story. This does not carry on from any, and is not a prequel. I've got to be honest, I did stumble across this at one of the Games Coms, and I didn't even know it existed. I've got to be honest, I'm a Metal Slug fan, I didn't know it existed. Until I picked it up, put it in the GameCube, and I was like, you know what? This is amazing. This is a really, really good game of Metal Slug. I thought it was going to be cut down, I thought it was going to be much limitations because it's on the Game Boy Advance. Like I said, I'm playing this on the Game Boy Player, which is on the GameCube, but this looks great. This looks, just to me, this looks exactly like any of the Metal Slug games do on the Neo Geo, or emulated obviously on any of the other systems like the PlayStation 4. Pretty much anything it's been emulated on. The only huge difference I'd have to say is it's not featuring the two main characters from all of the other games that came before it. These are two totally new characters to the series, and they only, as far as I'm aware, appear in this game.
Rocket launcher.
The other huge differences in this one compared to all of the others is you now have a life bar system. As you can see at the top of the screen, you've got a life bar, and that depletes as you take damage. Along the way, obviously, you can also collect things like canned food and things like that to replenish your health. This is kind of replacing the extra lives that we had in all the other games. As well as that, we've now also got a card system. And I quite like the card system, it's very, very different. Now, these you can obtain by getting certain hostages, shooting parts or different parts of the scenery, everything like that. And these cards, they upgrade your abilities, as well as being able to access different slugs and everything like that. Now, this is totally different to the franchise, and, in fact, a really good move, because it just brings something a little bit different to the game. I think the real thing is that most games, when they get to this sort of number now, how many have we seen? A lot of different Metal Slug games on different platforms. They're all very, very similar. They've all got some slight different things to them, different elements, but most franchises, they don't really reinvent themselves that much. Yeah, this is still a Metal Slug game, but like I said, with these different types of game modes and everything, it just adds that bit of variety that you wouldn't normally see to a franchise that's been going this long. Okay, now I'm going to pick a negative with this game, and there is only one. That one negative is the fact that this game has no co-op multiplayer. So there's no sort of link to adding another Game Boy Advance so that you can play with your friends, completely with a buddy, like you would in the arcade, or like you would, well, on any other Metal Slug game. This is purely a single-player game. Now, I'm not sure if this is down to the limitations of the Game Boy Advance console. I'd say it probably is that, because let's face it, they would have done it if they could have done, because it's really a staple of the Metal Slug franchise. But yeah, unfortunately, this is purely single player. Doesn't really matter though. I think most people probably play Metal Slug on their own, but if you did want to play with a friend, unfortunately, you can't in this one. But hey, hey, let's look on the bright side. You've got 5 massive missions within this game, and this game is hard. This is not an easy game. This is going to kick your ass. Now, there are save points after each level. So, you know, if you want a game, just play one level, save it, play again later on. You can do that, as well as having hidden missions along the way as well, just to give you that sort of variety and sort of things to work towards, things to look out for. Like I said, there's not a lot of rubbish I can really talk about this game. And that about wraps it up really with this. I mean, the only issue you're going to get nowadays is probably the cost and actually finding a copy. This game seems to be rocketing in value, and it's probably just to the sheer lack of them out there, ranging from sort of £15 for a loose cartridge up. £15 is the cheapest I've found it for, although this only cost £10, but this was bought a couple years back. But prices are starting to go up. Now, if you really don't care about having the cartridge, just emulate it. It's going to be just as good as long as you've got a decent controller and just a nice little system to run it on. It's probably going to be your best bet, but if you're a purist, you want the actual cartridge, you're going to start paying for it. But like I said, it's not extortionate, but it is going to cost you more than a lot of games on the Game Boy Advance. Now, I've been out from Games Re-Up. Obviously, make sure to like and subscribe. Obviously, hit that notification button so that if I have any new videos, you will also get updated on that and you'll be notified. There's a lot of new content coming to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I've been out from Games Re-Up, and I'm going to leave you with the rest of the footage. See you later.